At first, it seems obvious. Time is the ticking of the clock, the change from day to night, the flipping pages of a calendar. But what is time exactly? Scientists believe that our universe began with one enormous explosion of energy and light, which we now call the Big Bang. This was the singular start to everything that exists. The beginning of the universe, the start of space, and even the initial start of time itself. Which leads me to question that after life has ended, will time continue to exist as a physical dimension, or perhaps it will cease to exist? Leading me to my big question, is time an illusion? My evidence leads me to believe that time is an illusion brought on by specific circumstances of gravity that can only be harnessed by humanity. Without much notice, most of us think abstractly about time and space due to its heavy presence in our daily lives, but we all have our own perception of yesterday that exists in our minds. Our minds are organized to think this way. We use dates and places to define our experiences to ourselves and to others. In the movie Arrival, linguistics professor Louise, who is immediately shown as a caring mother to her daughter Hannah, is unfortunately dealt with loss when Hannah dies due to cancer, leaving Louise devastated and alone, assuming Hannah's father has left. Louise's language skills, along with her colleague Ian's physics background, are put to the test when unknown terrestrial heptapods arrive on Earth. It is revealed Louise's flashbacks are actually fast forwards, enabling herself to see her own future due to learning the heptapod's circular way of language. When Louise learns this new language, it assumes she rewired her brain, enabling herself to see the future. This is backed up by the idea of linguistic relativity, that learning a new language can rewire your brain. This theory used in Louise's case can be used to support the idea of time being an illusion due to the fact that what Louise saw cannot be put down on pen and paper. What she saw is unique to herself, and Louise's ability can be merely seen as an illusion to others. It can be used to convey that time is an illusion due to the fact that Louise has seen visions of herself taking care of Hannah.
Yeah, that just happened.
What happens now?
They arrive.
They need to see me.
Dr. Banks? Are you insane?
Now that's a proper introduction.
More objects have landed around the world.
This is one of 12. I'm never going to be able to speak their words.
Got 2 days. Figure something out.
I am human. It's their language. We need to make sure that they understand the difference between a weapon and a tool. Language is messy, and sometimes one can be both.
Are you dreaming in their language? It's possible they're prodding us to fight among ourselves.
This is just a way to force us to work together for once.
It's more complicated than that.
How is it more complicated?
Russia just executed one of their own to keep their secret. Got 21 hours before they start global war. So how do we clarify their intentions?
I go back in.
Why does this feel worse?
Our universe has existed for billions and billions of years, and one day it will come to an end. Physicists predict that right as our sun dies, time will cease to exist. An example of this is Salvador Dali, a surrealist painter recognizable for his painting The Persistence of Memory. Dali wanted to portray the passage of time through dreams and the bizarre objects seen in his dreams possibly shown in the painting. From the viewer's perspective, it can be looked as time melting over and still existing over an extinct world. For example, the pocket watch draped over the figure can be represented as time taking over after mankind goes extinct, possibly in the far, far future. Dali's surrealistic painting disagrees with the idea of time seen as an illusion because the painting shows time still exists as a physical being when mankind, man-made, and nature all go extinct. This shows that the illusion can only be harnessed by humanity. When we measure time, we actually do no such thing. We compare one set of regular movements to other events. We got so used to calling this time that we do not realize that time is not like a physical object or dimension that we can measure. However, Interstellar provides a counter-argument displaying time as a physical dimension. Interstellar explores the concepts of time and space phenomena while keeping the beautiful connection of love between Cooper and Murph. Often humanity looks at time as being another day, week, month, year, and so on, but Interstellar brilliantly conveys time as a physical dimension developed in the movie, questioning time as an illusion. This unique representation of time leaves the audience to question what they portray of time in their minds. Interstellar also includes a strong bond of love, surpassing the dimension of time in the movie, which can also be used to support the idea of time being a physical dimension opposite of what understood as an illusion. However, I rebut this because although some sources say time travel is possible into the future, looking out the present and near future, this technology cannot be harnessed by humans, and it is highly unlikely we will come face to face with this technology. Time is not something physical and is certainly not something you can mess around with.